Good evening, everybody. And I have in front of you Ingram, who loves people, and she's so passionate about helping others succeed in life. She also known by many as a storyteller and a power connector, as she uses the storytelling to share her thoughts and helps people to connect with others, to providing the resources, of course, for them to flourish. She is a new entrepreneur with almost 20 years of experience working in the corporate world. Ingram, how are you today?
Hi, Ilona. Thank you so much for having me. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I also wanted to let you know that today is the first debut of Ingram on a podcast, and she is invited by me to do so because I've seen you, Ingram, facilitating the special places, facilitating the big groups, like hundreds of groups together, and the way you felt made everybody feel connected and included. This is a gift, let me tell you. So tell me, where do you live right now?
I live in Toronto, Canada.
That's awesome. But you have a lovely accent. So do you want to tell us where you're originally from, please?
Sure. I am South African, and I've been here since 2006.
That's awesome. Well, South Africa is full of the special, traditions, special history. So tell us more about the South Africa, what it's all about, the culture, the food, colors, the holidays.
So South Africa, when people hear about South Africa, usually they think about Nelson Mandela. And because he is our icon in terms of political freedom. Nelson Mandela actually we like to look at him as one of the fathers of South Africa. And today is actually Freedom Day, which commemorates the first election that happened in South Africa that was open to everyone in our country, including regardless of race, of course. So one of the things that we do on Freedom Day, we celebrate our freedom and we think of Tata Madiba, like we used to call him, as he's passed away now. But he used to refer to South Africa as the Rainbow Nation.
That's amazing. So first of all, happy Freedom Day. This is important for you to be inclusive. And it's so amazing for me to celebrate this special day with you and with all people from South Africa. So congratulations. So do you have any stories connected to that, one way or another?
Sure. I'll share a funny story about Freedom Day. So Freedom Day, like I said, it's the day that we commemorate our freedom in South Africa. And it's also, for me, it's also the day that I got engaged to my husband in 2005. So I often tell him that I gave away my freedom on Freedom Day.
Oh my God. That's right. Remind him of that.
I always do.
I'm sure. That is so funny. My gosh, this is so cool. Such a cute story that, you put this kind of the two events into one and make the best out of it. So Ingram, tell me, what motivates you and where do you gain all of this energy to keep you moving?
What motivates me really is my love for people. I love people and I love helping them to succeed in life. And that just keeps me going every day. And it's the reason why I do what I do, why I share what I share in terms of my content online. And, it's the reason why I get up in the morning so that I can do and work. That is just it's what drives me.
That's what I want to ask you, how do you want to be remembered by your children, maybe by the people that you help, maybe your co-workers? How do you want to resemble or how do you want them to remember you by?
I think what I want, one thing that I love reading quotes. And one thing that Maya Angelou said is that people will often forget what you do and what you say, but they will remember the way you make them feel.
Yes.
And for me, I want people to remember that I was kind to them. So for like that is my legacy I want to leave behind, is that kindness, that heart for people, the love for people.
And to be honest with you, Inger, this is what exactly I felt when I met you. You've been so kind and so respectful to every person in the group that it made me to know who you are. I wanted to gravitate towards you because you made everybody so inclusive, so respectful, and like you said, so kind. And to be honest with you, that's how I think of you when I read your name or when I communicate with you. Kindness, because you really resemble the kindness and it illuminates from your heart. So this is actually so true. And also tell me this one, what is the most thing that you miss from your country?
It's funny that you would ask me that question because when I immigrated to Canada, a lot of people said to me, "Oh, why don't you go and first visit and see if you like it?" Because you may get there and decide that you don't like it, and then you've wasted all this effort into moving there. And I said, for me, the reason why I'm here today is because this is where God called me to be. So since the day I came, I've never missed home.
Wow.
Really. I miss my friends and my family, but I don't miss home.
Wow, this is, I can really resemble you with this statement. And I know that as an immigrant, I understand what you mean. It doesn't mean that you're not a patriot or you do not love your country, but you really can express who you really are with your identity, to finding that voice in your heart and also really go after your dreams. And this is the land, right? I know I'm here in USA and you're in Canada. We pretty much are in the same, Western civilization and, thinking and how we, perceive life. So yes, this is the land of opportunities where we really feel connected with our own self, and it will allow us to feel like a person that we meant to be. And like you said, you felt like it's a God's calling to be and to live in Toronto, Canada. This is so exciting. And Ingram, what is your mission or purpose of life? Have you ever thought about that?
I haven't really thought about it in that sense, but I think just always to spread kindness and to make sure that I try not to judge somebody, because we never know what is going on in somebody's life, and it's easy to jump to conclusions, but we need to strive not to make sure that we show them that kindness, because I could have a tough day one day and not be 100% of who I am. And we need to make sure that we allow for others to have that freedom to be able to express themselves and to not have a good day sometimes.
Yes, that's so true. And you really have resembled throughout our conversation. And since I've known you, this word kindness looks like this word, really, and this act, this gift means really a lot to you. Why is that? Why kindness? Why is so close to your heart?
I think probably because so I was born with with a defect, should I say. I was born with congenital hip dysplasia. And I remember when I was a child, other kids are cruel, right? A lot of the time. And I was teased about the way that I walked because of my hips.
Wow.
Because I had this it's not a defect really. It's a condition, right? So because I had the condition, I limped, and kids, they tease me because of it. And so for me, I just think, everybody needs a little bit of kindness, and kindness doesn't cost anything. so we can spread it, we can give it, we can do it all the time, because it takes nothing from us.
I love it that you didn't let this story and this meanness of these people to make you as mean and cruel as people, because usually people that bully are the ones who have been bullied in their lives. So you took that as an experience to be opposite of your experience, from these children, to become kindness, to become kind, and plant this seed of love and kindness and care. So this is very powerful. And I do hope that people out there, especially children in nowadays, are not going to grow up, feeling such a burden, feeling such a pain in their lives, to be so bitter instead of being better. And you chose to be better than them. It's a high step, high value that you have chosen. And as a final question, Ingram, what would you want to share with our audience today? How would you want to make them empowered right now?
I will leave you with one final thought, and it ties into what you just said, which is something that my mom used to tell me all the time when I was growing up. Your circumstances or your experience can either make you bitter or better, and the choice is yours.
Absolutely. And there's a very strong word that we call it decide. It consists of the two portions. The one, it says D, that it's do. Side means to die. So it's pretty much do or die. So every time we make a decision, it's a do or die moment. Something that we do, we go after it, and something that we say, hey, we have to say no and make it, die in our lives. This pain, this frustration, this horrible experiences in our lives. So decision that you have made is to become better. And I do hope that you never regretted this decision to become better in your life, because it's so good for your mind, body, and spirit as well, and for your total health when you choose to become a better. And it was Ingram with us. She is the queen of the facilitating the place. She's the queen of connecting one person with another and really making you feel kind when you are around her. You are the number one. So Ingram, we wish you all the best and happy Independence Day. And don't tell your husband that today is the day that you have given your freedom to him. So he owes you a lot for everything. So happy Freedom Day, and it's very important. And I wish all of you guys out there to become better instead of bitter in life, because life is short and every day counts. That was Ilona from IP Resilience. See you.